Hi folks, 21st Century Caveman here. Hope everybody's safe, hope everybody's well, and welcome to another video. So you may have learned from recent videos that I've started doing a MIG welding course at a local college. It runs one evening per week. Now the problem with that is the fact that you don't get much opportunity for practice. So with that in mind, I've decided to buy myself an arc welder, which I can get a lot more practice in my own time, and thereby build up my expertise in a shorter amount of time. Now I'm going to turn the camera around in a minute so I can show you what I've bought, but also to give you the reasoning behind that, because there is a huge spectrum of welders out there to choose from. They can range from the very cheap to the very expensive. But anyway, I'll have a little bit of a chat with you about that when I turn the camera around, and we can discuss what I've bought. I won't be going into any real technical stuff, I'll just be discussing the basics, because let's face it, I'm an amateur, I'm a newbie, I'm not a pro, and I can't speak with any expertise about detailed aspects of the welder or welding. So anyway, I'm going to turn the camera around and we'll have a quick chat. Alright. Right, so as we can see then, I've gone for an Esab Rogue, and I've gone for the top of the range version, the 200i Pro. So that's the part number there, look. Now for those of you who know about welding machines, you'll probably think to yourself, well, why on earth as a beginner did you buy this? You can get away with a much less sophisticated machine at a hell of a less price. And you are of course correct, but I decided to go for this, working on the old adage, buy once cry once. I didn't want to buy something cheaper and which wasn't going to last very long, because the thing is, of course, yes, you can buy cheap welders, but you know, they might work okay initially, but after a period of time, what they're going to perform like, and certainly from the research I've done, they have a short life basically. So I don't want to have to upgrade it when I find out that, you know, I'm picking up things hopefully quite quickly and I need something with more performance. So I thought I would go for this one instead, look. So I've gone for the top one in the range. So this is a compact portable welder then, and this will do everything I need to do and more. So it will enable me to do my initial practicing, and then when I become a little bit more proficient, I can start doing some bigger jobs and the stuff which I want to do. This is going to be another hobby which I'll be doing in my retirement. So I want something which is going to do everything I need to do and more, and something which is going to last, so I don't have to replace it anytime soon basically. So I'm just going to get it out of the box and I can just have a little bit more of a chat with you about it, okay? So isn't this a lovely bit of kit then? So it's obviously portable, it's got a shoulder strap look which obviously fixes in there. This tells you about the different electrodes or rods you can buy. Incidentally, I'm going to use this primarily for stick welding. Realistically, that's what I'm going to be doing with this. So it just gives you some very useful information on there, look. Now these machines are made in Europe, so they've also got the 2-pin. I'm here in the UK, I need the old 3-pin, so included in the purchase you get one of these adapters, look, okay? So you just open it up, stick that inside, tighten it up, and boom, you're away. Now one of the reasons I bought the Esab and decided to spend more was because their quality is legendary for the price. These represent absolutely phenomenal value for money, and that's what I'm always interested in. Yeah, we all like to get a bargain, don't we? But what I'm actually after is not just the cheapest thing I can get me grubby little hands on. I want quality, I want value for money. So this is a machine, it hasn't been powered up, and you also get a couple of cables with it. So you've got your mains lead, this is your earthing clamp, and this is what you use to hold your welding sticks with, your electrodes, okay? You've also got your manual look, you use a manual, and you know, some other bits and bobs here. You get a 3-year guarantee on this, which is fantastic. Now I got this in a sale, the discount was about £120 or something like that, so it was a decent buy. Now I could have got it cheaper off the internet, but I ended up buying this from a local welding place. They've got branches up and down the country, because I wanted to have a chat with somebody about the welding machine. Given the fact that I'm a newbie, I wanted to talk about using extension leads, wiring, that sort of thing, and I was fortunate enough to be able to speak to an engineer who happened to be on the premises at the time, so that was very useful. Clearly I wouldn't have got that had I just ordered off the internet. Now you also get what they call a snack pack. You get some of these gold rocks. Now they actually include one of these, a 2.5mm, not sure which one these were, sorry. Yeah, so you get one of these with it as well, just to get you going. And I also bought some slightly smaller ones, 2mm ones, so I can practice with those. And these apparently are brilliant because it's so easy to strike up an arc with these and get started. Anyway, look, I just need to tell you why I decided to buy this unit then. Well, there were a number of reasons basically after doing some research. So as I've already mentioned, one of the main reasons for buying this piece of kit here is quality. So Esab are renowned within the industry for producing really fantastic quality gear like this at a very affordable price. So obviously the quality of the components were very important to me, because obviously that represents longevity, doesn't it? The other thing about this particular model is the fact that it can run off either 240 volts or 110. So in other words, you can plug it up in your home or in your garage. I'm here in the UK, so we use 240 volts, or else you can use it off a generator. So basically it gives me the flexibility to do whatever I may need to do at some point in the future. The other thing, this is very, very flexible indeed. With this I can do MIG welding, I can do TIG welding and stick welding, and as I've already said, realistically I'm going to be doing stick welding with it, so it's very flexible. Now the course I'm doing at the moment is MIG welding. You can use this for MIG welding, you can also use it for TIG welding when I become a bit more experienced and a bit more proficient doing the other stuff. TIG welding is going to be harder. Now you will need to get a TIG torch to use with this. It doesn't already come included in the package, so basically flexibility was very important to me. And obviously the flexibility means that I can do a greater variety of different jobs. One of the other reasons is the fact that this is digitally controlled, and so what that means is that you can get more precise performance from this particular unit. Now it also has what you call a hot start facility, so basically it means it's easier to strike up an arc and get started. It also has what you call an adjustable arc force to get a better arc, and also to get the right degree of penetration depending on the base material which you're welding to, so that was obviously important as well. Now I've already mentioned that it has a 3-year guarantee. You can also weld using electrodes up to 4mm in diameter. Now one of the other considerations was the fact that this is an incredibly efficient machine. It's got a brilliant inverter on it, so basically what that means in real world terms is the fact that you can get more output from the same voltage. Now that's going to make not one iota of difference if you're just running this thing off the main supply in your house, but it would make a big difference if, say for example, you're using a generator. So therefore, because it's more efficient, it means you can do bigger jobs for the same amount of voltage. It also of course means that you know, you can use a smaller generator. You don't need some big powerful hulking generator. You can get away with something which is smaller because this runs more efficiently. So there we go folks, that's just a brief rundown of the reasons why I decided to buy this piece of kit. So yeah, I accept fully that it's more than a need at the moment, but it gives me the versatility to do a lot more further down the line. As I say, I'm working on the basis of the old adage, buy once, cry once. What I didn't want to do is to buy some cheap old welder which might initially be okay, you know, might be able to sort of, you know, get some brightness in, but after a period of time, you know, it will need replacing, or I think to myself, well actually I need something which will give me better performance shortly after buying this and getting some practice in, and then have to buy yet another one and have this one just sort of knocking around really. So it just didn't make sense for me to do that basically. So yeah, that really is about it. I hope you found it useful. Thank you once again for watching, and I will of course, once we get some practice in, I'll you know, take you along my journey and show you what I'm doing and how I'm getting along. All right, take care, bye bye.